up, everybody? This is Nick.
This is Eric.
And Eric, we are once again in this place to talk about, what is this place called? Where we are at right now? The place that we're always...
Paradise.
Paradise, that's right.
Paradise, that's right.
It's here.
It's now.
We are here.
We are now.
We are here now to talk about many things that we have to discuss. There's many things that happen in this world, and Eric, we are going to talk about some of them. We don't have time to talk about all of them.
We don't have that
Some
time.
of them don't really interest us, and probably don't interest...
Most of them don't.
Yeah, probably don't interest the people that are reading. But there was something that did happen this week that we want to kind of start off with, and we'll move on from here. But a sad, sad thing happened. There is a group, I don't know if you've heard about this, there is a group called ISIS.
ISIS.
If you say it backwards, it's sissy.
Oh. Does that imply something?
That describes them, yes.
Oh, okay.
But they did a horrible act. They killed many people at a Ariana Grande, which does sound like something I would order from Taco Bell. But a Ariana Grande concert.
Yeah. How many? I think the death total's 19 or 20.
Yeah, it was 19 or 20 now.
Something there.
I'm sure
horrible.
It may keep going up. Now, I will say there are some very cool stories coming out of this of people's, heroics that they did. And like one lady I heard about, she sheltered like 50 kids.
Yeah, I heard about that. And put her phone number on social media.
Right.
And I heard like a homeless guy helped a bunch of helped some people.
So
yeah.
I mean, this was something that did once again these acts of terrorism as a the British. I heard the British. I don't remember what her position is, but she said this act that was meant to divide us actually brought us together. And this is often what happens in these acts of terrorism is it's something that shows the human spirit coming together rather than being divided.
It does do that, but it's all too often forgotten also.
It is. It's slowly, well,
not even slowly.
Not even slowly.
Yeah.
It disappears. It gets lost in headlines. And oftentimes gets raked over for the more catastrophic deaths and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, like I said, ISIS has claimed, and this is Wednesday, May 24th.
Mm-hmm.
But they have claimed responsibility.
Yep.
As they often do.
And I heard they had the details wrong.
They
claimed it. Yeah.
Yes.
Good job, ISIS. Knowing your stuff.
Well, somebody's got to be the first to claim out there that we did it.
They didn't want Hamas or some other group to do it first, I guess. I guess Hamas didn't attack outside of its area.
But they, it was a horrible incident. It was something that was very sad.
Yeah, very sad.
But
horrible.
Like I said, there is always the flip side where you look at the good things that happened.
The worst of humanity and then brings out the best in humanity.
Right. And sadly, like you said, the best in humanity often gets glossed over because
and forgotten.
The worst in humanity sadly sells papers, and people read that more than they will about good people doing good things.
No one wants to read a paper full of good news.
Right.
You couldn't sell that. Couldn't sell 10 of those.
No.
Yep. Well, it's a horrible thing. We'll keep moving forward.
Well, that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. And that's what we are going to continue to do. Eric, we have more things to talk about. Not that we are glossing over this.
Nope. Nor making fun of it.
But there is something we are going to make fun of. Eric, what is our next story?
It is from a satirical side, an act of terrorism on fashion.
The human decency? the human eyeballs, it's an act of terrorism.
Yeah, it's an act of terrorism in that respect.
I'm going to be honest. You're showing me this picture. I would think that these men either dressed in the dark or they're all a blind group of people.
Well, what we're talking about is the male romper, or as we'll refer to it, the romp hymn.
The romp hymn.
So we got the romp hymn going on. This guy in the middle, I love this pattern. This is super 80s, early 90s pattern. Kind of digging that. And this polka dot pattern.
This really does look like something out of the 80s. And as a group, or as a podcast that often talks about retro things,
yeah,
I will say this whole outfit, this whole ensemble, looks like an 80s, something that would come out of the 80s.
It does. Very, very much so. 80s was known for fashion.
It's still disturbing. But
I didn't say the fashion in the 80s was good. I just said it's known for fashion.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. This male romper,
yeah,
it looks like underwear worn on the outside.
It looks like what?
It kind of just looks like underwear worn on. Like this one guy here in the pink.
This one?
He's got this button up. The thing buttons down.
This is salmon, my friend. This is salmon.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Salmon. This here in the salmon. It sounds like he's in a fish. He's not in a fish. He's in this weird romper thing that's pinkish.
I don't know. Pinkish salmon.
Sorry, pinkish salmon.
Yeah, it's a salmon.
But it buttons down all the way
to the crotch,
bottom, like those long underwear that people used to wear.
Oh yeah, long johns, or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
I call them long johns.
Like they would. Yeah. Going back to one of your movies that we've talked about before, Back to the Future, where Michael J. Fox puts on those.
That's
and his
number
butt
3.
hangs out.
Yeah, that's Back to the Future 3.
Yeah,
your favorite.
But this is what I still think it's a good movie. This is something. This looks like underwear on the outside. That's all I'm saying.
I can see that.
It looks weird. You can also see that he's got his phone in his left pocket here. It looks like a tumor
right here.
No, the salmon dude.
Oh, salmon guy. This guy got some sort of crease right down here at the bottom of his leg.
I think that's probably his phone.
Get your phones out, boys.
This is a weird. Is this a trend that's actually happening, or is it?
Well, I'm not really entirely sure. I think it's a group of college gentlemen who are trying to start a company to make rompers for men. And what's interesting, I would have never heard about this outside the outrage that has sprung up over. Oh, it's on a Kickstarter. I'm going to the Kickstarter.
Are you going to pledge money to this Kickstarter?
Only if I get that polka dot.
No, here's a question. Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Okay,
look at this guy right here.
This looks like an album cover.
No, it doesn't.
This looks like an album cover.
I'm cool with all these poses, but this guy's pose right here, that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, you mean the dude that
he's like doing like a wall sit, but doing it poorly.
Right. No,
his feet are way too far out.
This is an album cover.
The original.
You got the guy pointing. You got the guy just kind of leaning against the wall.
Holy crap.
You got the guy doing this. You got the guy that looks like he's taking a senior photo. Dude, this looks like, I would think this was a album called Romp Him. We will romp him.
We
will romp him.
It doesn't really. I mean, stop singing that. That sounds awful.
Yes,
I'm going to go a little bit. It doesn't seem right.
Here's the thing: $10,000 goal. They made $364,796, and they still have 19 days to go. 3,136 people pledged $364,000.
There must be.
And what are Eric? Go down the list. Tell me what the incentives are if you give a certain amount.
Okay, hold on now. First, I want to touch on one little thing, and we'll do that next.
Okay.
Product, colors, and fabrics. We got red Chardonnay.
Pink.
Oh, chambray. Red chambray.
Pink.
Blue chambray.
Blue.
Splatter print cotton. The one I said it was very 80s.
It is sold out.
And it is sold out. Where's the others? There's only 3 I saw. Where's the rest of them? Is there a link here to the rest of them? Look at this American one. That's America right there,
buddy. That's America.
4th of July edition.
It's only available here in July.
Oh man!
But you can get a 3-pack.
Okay. Here's the backer levels.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna after you tell me.
Compose yourself.
I'm not even gonna look. I'll tell you which one I would give if I was a backer.
You should be a backer. Okay. First, you can be a Romp Hero. $5 gift. You get to join the Romp Squad and get updates on as we bring our apparel to the world. So basically, you're just informational.
That sounds weird on a lot of levels, but
Romp
go ahead.
Hero, man. Hey. Team Romp Hero, $25.
But I'm joining the Romp Squad?
Romp Squad, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Go ahead.
Everything's got a price. Show the world that you're on Team Romp Him with a exclusive iron-on patch and laptop sticker.
Question.
What?
Is Team Romp'em better than Romp Squad? Is there... What level... Okay,
it's $25 to be on Team Romp Him, so clearly that's better.
What do I want to be on the team, or do I want to be on the squad? Is it a team or squad?
Well, typically in Kickstarter fashion, as you go up, you get everything below you. So like he's a Romp Hero as well, and on the Romp Squad. So everything that you go up, you get everything below.
How much do I have to give to be a Romp teamer?
That's a 25.
Okay.
So,
now, while I'll be proud to be part of the Romp team, Romp Squad's where it's at.
I like Romp Squad.
Okay.
We might steal that one. Early adopter special, limited availability like that.
Okay.
Be among the first to start rocking an original Romp'em.
How much is this one?
Hold on. Okay. Pick from one of our original styles: red chambray. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Blue chambray or the splatter print, which is sold out.
Sounds
very
exquisite.
It does. It's a hot $90.
$90. Wow. Okay.
That's a limited availability.
I've got my eyes closed. Okay, I'm not looking.
No one could tell you got sunglasses on.
Okay.
Kickstarter special, $95. This is not the early adopter special. This is the Kickstarter special. Embrace Romp Him season with your own original Romp Him. Pick from one of our original styles, red, blue. It's the same thing, but $95. I don't understand. It's literally the same thing, but $95. So I'm assuming you can't get one or the other. I guess the $90 one's a limited availability, so you save $5.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. You just save $5. So I'm assuming if you buy either one of those, you're still part of the Romp Him. I bet you still get a sticker. You're still in the squad.
Sticker. I want the squad. I want the patch.
Hey, calm down. I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
Now we're gonna get into where it really starts. If you're anything below, if you're at 95 and below, you're wasting your money.
Okay.
This is where it really starts. Original 2-pack. Double the Romp'ems, double the fun. Pick 2 of the original styles: red chambray, blue chambray, or splatter print. Also,
you can't get.
Oh, well, this also includes a patch, so I guess those other ones don't get a patch. So you're not part of the Romp Him squad. You're not part of the Romp Him. Oh, man. But you get 2, and it's a cool 175.
Whoa, okay.
Nothing. That's nothing. That's where it really starts. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. All right.
And they give you one of them.
They get you 2. It's a 2-pack, brother.
That's a 2-pack.
For
$175. That's a steal.
They're practically giving them away.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait till Walmart comes out with the knockoff. Sam's Choice Romp'em.
Well, that's what I'll be rocking. 4th of July edition.
Got a hole in the crotch.
Make a statement with the Independence Day in our one-of-a-kind white and blue edition. Just a smooth 190. Smooth 190. You get to be that 4th of July. But you only get one, it sounds like.
But you get to salute America.
And that's, that's what it's about.
In your romper.
All right. Now, here we go.
Okay,
the original 3-pack, and we've talked about these. We know them. It's the blue. It's the red.
Blue chambray. And striped chambray.
No, splatter print.
Splatter print chambray. I want cheetah print. When's cheetah print gonna come out?
Calm your roll, man. They got phase 1. It's phase 2 or 3.
I apologize.
All right. Always be ready to romp. Get one of each of the original styles. Oh man, and also the patch.
Ooh, the patch. patch.
And the patch is included. Man, I kind of lied to you. I said that patch would probably be included with all of them, but I guess not. And now, that's $255.
Ooh.
Drop in the bucket for what you're getting. Drop in the bucket. Now here's what I'm going for. Join the ACED team. This is the team you want to be on.
Ooh.
Join the ACED team for a day in Chicago, and we'll take you behind the scenes and help you design and create your own custom romp 'em.
What the hell?
What do you mean? What the hell?
They're gonna wait. Hang on. I'm opening the eyes. For $1,250, I get to fly myself there.
Probably. That probably includes nothing.
Have to stay in a hotel, get a car, and I get to hang out with these jokers. I'm just gonna say it. This does not sound like a fun time.
Let's go with ACED team. The team ACED: Alex, Chip,
Elaine, and Daniel.
Elaine and Daniel.
You know what?
Well, if this is in I don't know what order this is in, but you ever watched the Slow Mo Guys?
Yes.
You know, it's got Gav and
Right.
It's got what's the other dude's name? Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
If this Daniel here is Dan, they kind of got a similar facial structure.
He does look.
He looks like Dan, just a little bit. But Dan had that huge beard for a while. Looks like he could easily grow one.
Yes.
Well, that's the Romp him, and it is a.
You know what I'm changing their team name to?
What's that?
Chip and Alex's Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Alex's. Oh, we got
Chip and Dale's Rompin' Rangers.
Oh, sorry about that. Creative Cloud just decided to update everything.
Chip and Alex's Rompin' Rangers. That's right.
I like Chip. Chip and Daniel.
Chip and Dan.
And then we got
Rompin' Rangers.
We got a gal. Who she is our.
She's Gadget.
Gadget. I got Gadget.
Gidget's.
I don't know why I can't remember Gidget's name.
It's a character from like the 50s, man.
Yeah, she was awesome. She was a little like beach girl.
Yeah.
And then we got Alex. That sounds like I guess is that the Monterey Jack of the crew or is that the B?
It's a zipper. It's a zipper Monterey Jack hybrid, which would have been hideous in the show. I just realized.
But the name
if there
Alex
was some
fits.
weird mutation.
No, that's perfect.
But I'm saying Chip and Dan, Rompin' Rangers, man.
Chip and Dan Rompin'. They are
Chip and Dan,
Rompin' Rangers.
Chip and Dan, Rompin' Rangers.
All right. Well, that is the Romp him. I'm sorry.
Look, so you mentioned something here.
I tried.
That people were upset about this. Why were they? You need to bring this up. Why were they upset by this?
It's interesting. The criticism I've seen is not from they're taking. Well, I got my computer is just a hassle.
Change time. Let me tell you about Windows 10, people. Windows 10 tends to be this thing that all Microsoft tends to have this thing about we just want to randomly restart your computer.
Yeah. All right.
And it gets kind of old.
But we can get into the updates on how.
Yeah.
But back to this. It seems like people are not mad because they're taking a romper and turning it male.
Right.
What they're mad about is that they changed the name of the romper to the Romp him.
What is the problem with that, Eric?
People as very subset of people, and probably even within the movement of a small subset of people, let's say feminists.
Right.
They're broifying things they use that were feminine. They broify them. Like, so instead of the Romp her, it's the Romp him.
Right.
Then there was the Brogurt, which I eat yogurt already. I've been eating yogurt forever.
Right.
I think that people are being creative with names and they don't like it, I guess. That's all I see.
It's a marketing thing. This has been happening for years, and this is just causing it. This is these women getting upset because you're taking the her out of romper.
In other words.
Right, in other words. But I mean, it's this thing that it's just it's just a marketing thing, people.
Yeah, just marketing.
If you're marketing this romper towards men, which I'm going to say this trend, I read an article that talked about this, and they were saying how wearing the romper does not make you gay, because people have said it looks gay.
I mean, if it's what you like,
right.
I don't care. You know what?
It doesn't.
I would try one on. I probably wouldn't buy one.
I will say this: it doesn't.
You would look good in one.
It doesn't make you gay. It makes you look stupid, though. This looks stupid to me.
Well,
I definitely wouldn't have a dude in a romper on my shoulders.
Yeah.
If a dude on the romper got on my shoulders, I would look at him and go, "Get off."
Yeah, that's kind of the outrage. Is it kind of goes along that trend of broifying. And,
it's dumb.
What, the romper or the
romper
or the rage?
In the rage, the romp and rage is just stupid.
Here's some other things we need to change. So the romper got the romp hem. We got shirts. So we need shimps. Shimped.
Which shimp was the worst of the.
You know shimp?
Of the Stooges.
Oh, okay. We have pants, so we need mants. We have water, so we need bro-otter for men.
For men, I like it.
This is a Twitter post by a gentleman named
Johnny Sun.
Johnny Sun. So, but yeah, interesting, and yes, they are very Chippendale crew. They're a Chippendale crew.
I mean, it's just a weird trend.
Well, it is a weird trend. I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Yeah, but let's keep rolling. What's our next thing here?
Well, we were talking about squirrels, and that came up. There's an article I recently saw.
Speaking of nuts, nuts hanging out. What do we got here for us, Eric?
Well, you let me know something that I didn't know about rats, and when rats kind of clump together and get stuck, it's called a
rat king.
A rat king. Well, a guy in, I believe it was Maine, helped rescue a squirrel king.
Yes.
Seems like 4 squirrels got stuck together and
tangled together by their tails, which would have been a strange sight to see. And you always have to wonder how something like that happens.
I don't know. It's a fuzzy knot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how it happens. We'll link to the video and maybe show a little bit of it. But yeah, how does that happen? Let's see here.
But this man, he saved this thing from a cat who saw a payday.
Yeah, that cat was gonna eat like a king.
Well, yeah. Here's my thing, though. This man got in the way of nature. Nature had chosen these 4 animals. These 4 squirrels to die.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not for just the murder of animals, but look, let the cat eat. Cat may have not eaten for like 3 days. It saw a meal. This meal looked tasty.
Yeah, he basically says he just got him in a cardboard box and delicately worked to free them. It was like a giant dreadlock.
Okay.
I'm not super familiar with dreadlocks. Should I put my hair in dreadlocks?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's long enough yet.
That's up to you.
I think I should.
You don't wash it for a while.
No, they take a lot of work.
They do.
I knew a gentleman who had dreadlocks, and him and his wife worked them at least a half hour a night. He had to work on them. You have to
take care of them daily.
And you could tell when he had not worked them for a week. And you're like, man, they're like not tight anymore.
Right.
And I was like, oh. And then he'd come back another day. He's like, I hadn't worked them in a week. So he had to. It's not like, I didn't work them, so it took me a half hour to catch up. It's like, no, I didn't work them. So 30 minutes times the week of not working it is how long we had to spend on catching up on fixing it. They're a lot of work.
But this is something I would love to see this gentleman, to see who compares something to a giant dreadlock.
Oh, I don't know. He said there was intertwined with it was straw and twigs, and there was some plastic.
Oh, conservationists.
Why? Because there was plastic?
Yes. That's what happened. The squirrels got caught in the plastic, much like the seagulls and other things. It is. I'll be honest. This thing is just. I don't like messing with animals when it's like this. It's just.
I wouldn't have messed with it. It's like a squirrel pinwheel. And I wouldn't have touched it. I don't like squirrels. I work at a place where we have a lot. And they are not that afraid of humans because people feed them. And they'll stand and make you go around them.
This one at the back cracks me up because, man, he's just along for the ride.
Like he's that brother that never gets along.
Yeah.
He's that brother that's like, who's like always going in the wrong direction than everybody else. Fighting the family.
Man, he's like, guys, there's stuff over here. Like, no, we're going this way. All right. So we also have, speaking of crazy things.
Speaking of something pretty interesting, we just found out
There's a game.
Today, this news came out.
A little game. It's part of a franchise called Far Cry.
Have you played Far Cry?
I have played Far Cry.
Which one?
I played Far Cry 4.
I think I played Far Cry at your house for like a few minutes. I jumped out of a plane. Is that Far Cry? No, that was not Far Cry. Was it?
There's parts where you jump out of a plane.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't think you did because I don't really have the game.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay, that wasn't Far Cry. It must have been a different one. I've never played this game. I like shoot 'em up games, but I've never played this. What is going on with Far Cry?
Well, so the next Far Cry game, Far Cry 5, which let me just preface this by saying Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 kind of had some crazy storylines. Crazy villains, and that's what they're kind of known for. Is they had this kind of weird.
So do you play Far Cry for the story?
Yeah. I mean, there is a story there. The whole point is that they come up with these just wacky villains.
Oh, okay.
And in the last game, the one I played, you know, spoiler alert, you find out that you can take over this country basically. Like this guy wants to quit being the dictator and he wants to let you take over. And
okay.
It's just kind of a weird, but I mean he's kind of weird also. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is Far Cry is just known for having weird storylines.
Kind of like off the wall.
Yeah. This looks like Far Cry 5. They kind of just have released some news about it. And it is kind of causing a little bit of a stir because it's causing people to say this is a Republican group, but it's basically looks like a cult to me.
Yeah.
He looks like a cult leader. I don't know that it's supposed to be necessarily Christians.
They're in a church in the video, but I don't know if it's a church. They got like the flag doesn't have stars on it. It has these weird symbols.
It has crosses, and then you have this weird flag, this blue flag hanging above.
This one?
Yeah, the faded in the background. You have the blue flag above Old Glory there.
Well, their version of Old Glory, which has not stars on it.
Right. Then you've got this painted dog here. You've got a guy putting a knife into this, and you've got a dude that has sinner carved into his back.
Yep.
So here's what I get out of this. These people are definitely not right in the head.
Like the people who make Far Cry 5 or...
No, or these...
Well, they're villains. They're not supposed to be right in the head. We opened the show talking about villains.
Right. But what I'm saying is this is not necessarily supposed to be a representation of Christianity.
I don't see it either.
And that's what some people are saying is that this is supposed to be Christians. No, I think it's just some crazy cult guy. If you follow the other stories, that's basically what you got. You've got a crazy dictator in 4, and then like 3 was some crazy tribal leader.
Well, so in this article it says, noted on Jan Kuzavelev, noted on Twitter that the symbols resemble the squat version of the cross of Scientology. The blue tone of the chapel resembles the color of the church headquarters in Los Angeles. That could be read as further commentary as Polygon explains Far Cry tells the story of a Christian cult. Now, Scientology is not Christian, has nothing to do with Christianity.
No.
So that's interesting if they're really... We're looking for more news.
But let's be honest here. Christianity has had its fair share of cults pop out of it.
Oh, yeah. So the cross looks like the Iron Cross. That's what I was thinking. It's like, that looks a lot like the Iron Cross. Yeah. The version of the Iron Cross, which is German.
Right.
Huh.
So I don't know. I don't really think it's... Now, I know it's set on American soil, apparently.
Montana, if I remember right. It's set in Montana.
And if this is happening, here's a question. Which, most of the time, Far Cry is like, you're stuck in this, which you're going to be stuck in Montana.
I mean, they're going to make them Christians. I mean, if this is artwork from the actual studio, it's the Last Supper. I mean, clearly it's the Last Supper. So there's not just some elements, very heavy elements of, they're going to make them Christians. Right. I mean,
they've already come out and said it's a Christian cult. It's a militant Christian cult.
So a piece of blue. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't play this game, so I don't know what to say. I don't really have a problem with it. Do you have a problem with what they're doing?
I don't, because I don't know what it really is. This is one of those times where people are kind of jumping the gun on what it's, where what people often do is where they see just one thing and they're like, this is going to be terrible. Yeah. And it's one of those times. And no, I don't have a problem with it. Until stuff comes out, and then if it is truly offensive, then maybe I'll have a problem with it. But I think, once again, in all fairness, even as a Christian like myself, I will admit there are crazy Christian cults out there.
Oh, yeah, there are.
That claim to be true Christianity.
Well, it's that one that protests everything. Westboro Baptist Church.
Which I wasn't going to say it, but this is like they have land. To me, this looks like they bought land in Montana and you're stuck in that area. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see as it comes out. I don't plan on playing the game because it's not really my style of game. I like more military style games like Battlefield stuff with realistic physics is what I really enjoy. Right. Where I got to aim a gun and like almost what the real world way is.
Well, and here's the other thing. If you don't like it, don't buy the game. Don't support the game.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I say. I'm Christian. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Right. I'm not hurt by it. I won't buy it, but I didn't plan on buying it in the first place. All right. So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, these people are anti-America or nothing like that. It's just, making a story. It's a story, just like you see on TV or any other place.
Oh, you reading a book or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. There's loads of books about crazy Christian cults.
Yeah. I mean, how many stories have there been about a crazy Christian cult where somebody goes in and basically saves people or stops them or has to try to stop them or anything like that. So, no, this thing doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't bother me either. No.
All right.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. We've come to the end of another fun and exciting adventure in the podcast land.
Podcastia?
Is
that actual?
Podcastia, a place I call my home.
I'm sure that's an actual podcast. Actually, it's a website.
Podcastia.org.
No. So forgive us for using your name. Oh, God, it's old though.
You know what, guys? We're gonna promote a new podcast or kind of a new old podcast. Go look at Podcastia.
They're from Barcelona, Spain, and
you may not understand a single word of them, but that's fine.
Let's see if they're still around. On SoundCloud, do we put our stuff on SoundCloud?
I think we do. I don't know where I have us right now. I'll get us in more spaces.
Podcastia.
I think we do. I don't know. I need to look.
They're not around anymore. Their homepage is gone.
Podcastia.
That's a good name for a podcast, though.
It is.
Someone
You know
should
what
pick
else
it
is
up.
a good name for a podcast? Pull up a chair.
Pull up a chair. That's a great name. It
All
sounds
right,
like
everybody.
that podcast that has some stellar people on
It
people on
does.
Yeah.
It does. I know some people from that podcast. But if you've liked us, if you've enjoyed this podcast, I know this one was kind of short, but if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Tell us how we're doing. You can get
Yep.
on our Twitter. We have we have the tweets.
Did we tweet anything?
I need to start tweeting stuff. By the way, when I say we got the tweets, it sounds like a stomach problem. I had the tweets last week, but
You feeling better?
I am. I
Okay,
took
good.
some Pepto and it got better.
Well, good. I'm glad you're feeling good.
But yeah, we got a Twitter. It's at Pull Up a Chair. You can just get on there and leave us a note or whatever you want. Leave us a tweet. Is it tweet? Holler back. Is that a thing?
Ouch.
I
No.
Twitteration us.
I don't use it. I think it's just tweet.
Twitterate.
Give us a holler.
Yeah, give us a. Wait, how's that different?
Give a
from
shout.
shout out to us.
I don't say back.
Shout back to us.
Communicate with us, please.
Yeah. Anyway, have yourself a great day. Eric, any final thoughts? That's great, buddy. What did we learn here today, Eric?
I thought you were going to interrupt me again.
No.
What did we learn today? As always, we had a lot to talk about. Good stuff, bad stuff. That's just how the world is.
It is. And you listen to me, Squirrel King. Eric is not afraid of you. He will untie you in the streets.
Waiting for that.
And you sissies, Eric's not afraid of you either. Go buy yourself some little rompins. And have yourself a great day. Bye.
Bye.